Okay, what's up guys? So in the last video I did the base animations for this stealth character, so the idle walk and run. So today I'm going to quickly do a quick Unreal setup. So for this tutorial, because in my previous videos I've already done like in-depth videos of how to set things up in Unreal. I'm just going to do a copy and paste video where I'm going back to my old one of my old projects and just copying and pasting, but I'll still be explaining everything along the way, so you'll have a full understanding of what's going on. So what you want to do is, obviously, after you've double-clicked Unreal Engine, this window will pop up, and you want to go to Games. And this is going to be third person again. That's the one I usually like to use. And give the project name, which is stealth character. And then you want to specify the folder. And then you create. And that could take a few minutes, so you'll have to wait. So once the project is created, this should pop up like this. For some reason my content browser is opening up separately, so I'm just going to dock it right here. So all this stuff down here, this is all the contents of the projects, like of your project, like all the assets, the models, animations, and whatnot. So when you create a new project, it creates all these folders for you, but I like to create my own. So I'm gonna go here. Actually, I remember in my old project I have a template. I don't like recreating these over and over again. So I need to look for the content folder. I want to paste that template right here, and I want to paste another one. Copy, paste. This one I'll call it stealth character. The reason why I'm copying and pasting is because when you open these up, it's got 5 other folders. I don't want to have to make these over and over again. I just copy and paste this template and just rename it. So that stealth character folder that I created, it automatically appears down here. So the FBX folder, I'm going to go to grab all the FBX files. Copy. Okay, so with all these FBX files added to this folder, if I go here to the stealth character folder and I open up the FBX folder, notice how they don't really show up. That's because I have to import them now to the models and animations folder. pause. Oops. So stealth character default pose and the gun. It's both going to go in the models folder. Skeletal mesh. That's the only thing that you need to check. Import all. When it's imported, this window pops up. You just need to close it. So here's the gun, and there's the default pose here. So if you open that up, that's what it's going to look like. Close that for now. Now I need to go into the animations folder and import the animations. So we've only got 3. So I have to make sure skeletal mesh is checked, import animations is checked, and then you need to specify which default pose these are pointing to. And it's going to be the stealth character default pose. Should make sure you have that selected, and then import all. That'll take a few moments. Okay, so when that's all imported, I can close that window. And it's a good habit to press save all, save selected. Okay, so now everything's imported. Next I'm going to go into the blueprints folder, and I need to create some blueprints. So the first one is let's go and create a character. This will be called stealth character underscore BP. And I'll create another one called, so under the animation list here, I'm going to create animation blueprint, and it promised me to select the correct armature, which is the stealth character default pose. Create similar name, stealth character, and this one's going to be underscore NMBP, because this blueprint handles all the animations. And I'm going to create one more. Again, under animations, I'm going to create a blend space. Again, select stealth character default pose. Call stealth character underscore BSP. So I think I'll start with stealth character BP. Oops. I'm just going to dock it up here. So under the mesh, I'm going to select the stealth character default pose. As you can see, he's high up. First I need to rotate him. If you don't remember, this arrow indicates the forward vector, so he needs to be facing in that direction. He's a little bit bigger than the capsule, so I'm going to size him down. I'll use this here. Capsule looks kind of fat, but I'll leave it for now. I also want to add let's go back into the models. I'm going to create I go into skeleton, open up skeleton, and I'm going to look for the right wrist. This big list here. So right wrist is right here. Right click, add socket. Go back to the BP. I'm going to create a scene, which is basically an empty object. I'm going to name it wrist right underscore socket, and make sure it's parented under the mesh here, and with the wrist right selected, specify, as you can see, the transforms right in the center. Put this to 0. That's right. This is like the world 0. So as soon as I add the socket, it snaps right to the socket, which is where I want it. So the next thing that I want to add is another mesh, static mesh. This will be called gun. Yeah, this mesh is the M4A1. Maybe I didn't. Oh, it's a skeletal mesh. Let's get rid of that. Another skeletal mesh. Name it gun. It's not perfect, but I think it's good for now. Oh, another thing that I need to do is because I reduce the size of the character to 0.85, scale down the gun too. Okay, and I'm going to parent this gun to the wrist socket. Okay, so after I finished that, I pressed compile here. Then I went over here to press save all, and then I opened up this blend space. In the blend space, you're dealing with the animation blend space. So in the dead center, you have I dragged in the idle animation in the center. This 400 value got the walk, and then the run on the far right. So speed forward, which is this horizontal axis. The forward value is 1200, 0, and then minus 1200 is backwards, the max backwards speed. Divisions are 6. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the NMBP. And I'm going to refer back to my old project real quick. And I'm going to first have to create 2 variables. So at the bottom left here, I'll create one called speed. Oops. Speed forward. And I'm going to change the type to float. And I need to create one more called speed side. So from here, I need to call up stealth character ESB, speed forward, speed side. Whoops. I gotta remember to press get to get the getters. I'm just gonna double check what else I have here. Okay, the only thing I need is a default slot. And from so this is the anim graph. I need to go to the event graph. I need to pull out. No, this is not it. What am I using here? Oh yeah. I need to right click, events, begin play, need to pull out, cast to stealth, BP, pull out of object from get try, get pawn owner. Then what I need to do is, this is referring to this stealth character VP here. Now I need to promote this to variable. Okay, so basically what I did was I pulled out of here and I promoted to variable. to create the stealth character BP down here. And then it's basically taking this stealth character BP, getting a reference to it, and storing it as this variable. So now I can go down here and I can grab that variable, and from that variable, which has the stealth character BP, I can get the information of the character's velocity, as well as the forward vector and right vector. And from those values, I can create the dot product. And these values that get fed into the blend space, it basically translates into a value along the blend space graph here. So whether it's a idle, walk, or run, or anything in between. So now I need to go back to the stealth character BP, and I'm going to select the mesh. Because the AnyBP is referencing the blend space, now I can, right here, the use animation blueprint is already selected. There's two other options, but the blueprint is what we want. So I need to go in here and select the stealth character AnyBP, and right away it plays the whatever animation is playing in the blend space. It plays it through the AnyBP because it's all connected now. So with that done, I want to go into the event graph. Instead of doing everything here, I'm going to create another graph called basic inputs. I'm going to name it basic inputs. So these are all the buttons and stuff. I like to do it on a separate graph. So I'm just going to go into the Female Warrior project that I did before, and I'm going to go into the basic inputs there. And the only, I think, three things that I'm going to grab are these three: the movement, run, and mouse input. I'm going to paste those. Try that once more. Okay. So everything looks good there. Another thing I forgot. I need to add oh yeah, it's called the spring arm. So a spring arm is the arm in which the camera is attached to, and to that spring arm I'm going to add a camera. So wherever this spring arm moves, the camera moves with it. So I'm going to put it right here, usually put it up to the chest area. Okay, just need to double check one thing. Okay, that's fine. So there's a couple things I need to change in here. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to Alright, with this stealth character BP selected, under pawn, you want to uncheck use control rotation yaw. That's when the character rotates with the mouse rotation. That's only good if you're doing a third-person shooter. We'll probably utilize it later on when the character is aiming, but By default, he's not going to be aiming, so we want this turned off. There's a few other things. There's something down here in character movements. Oh yeah, orient rotation to movement needs to be checked on. What that is wherever you're facing, the camera's facing, that's the forward. So if you press forward, it's going to move the character forward in relation to the camera direction. If it turns right or left or backwards, it's all in relation to the camera forward. The spring arm. I don't remember. Hold on. It's got use pawn controller rotation. I kind of forget what that is. I've got to play with it to figure it out again. And with the camera, I don't think there's anything there. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm just going to compile what's going on here. Oh, right, I haven't created. Okay, so I need to go into inputs and I need to create action mapping. The only action mapping I have is jump. Oh no, not jump, sorry, run. Gotta press this drop down arrow, and mouse, right mouse button. Axis mappings, move forward, move right, look up and turn, okay. Move forward, move right, look up, and turn. So I'll open all these up. So I need 2 for the forward and 2 for the right. So keyboard W is forward, keyboard S is backwards, so therefore the scale value is -1. Move right, keyboard D, so right is the positive value, and keyboard A, so A is left, so that's a negative value. So by default in Unreal, right means positive. Look up is going to be mouse Y. Turn is going to be mouse X. For mouse Y, looking up and down, it's more natural to have it flipped around, so I'm going to give it a -1 value. Okay. One thing that I should mention is back in the blueprint, select the stealth character BP and then type in bounds, and you want to set this bound scale to something higher, like the mesh bound scale. By default it's 1. you want to change it to 10. And if I go back into go back here and press play. First I have to press the left mouse button. Once I do that, I can move around, move forward, right, and if I press the right mouse button, I can run. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this video. The whole point of this series was to show you like the entire process of character creation, from the character concept to the modeling, texturing, rigging, the animations, and then importing it into an engine. The next video I'm going to show you how to set things up in Unity, because there's a lot of Unity users out there, or beginners that want to learn Unity. So I'm going to do that for the next video, and then I may do one more video after that, just polishing things up, making the character look better with better textures and things like that. And I'll have some more like animations and like functionality like equipping a gun and crouching and hiding behind a box, or things like that. I'll have maybe like shooting like mini targets or pop cans or something. So that's pretty much it. Like there's the Unity video, and then like the one last video where everything's polished. After this series is over, I'm going to go back to my previous Female Warrior project, because I want to continue that to develop an entire level. So far I have a player character and 3 enemies. I want to add more things like, a terrain and maybe a building and like some interactable objects, and work on some melee combat systems. But for now, like, this series is almost over. Yeah, just a couple more videos left. So if you're interested, please stay tuned. Otherwise, hopefully I'll see you in the Female Warrior series. Okay, thanks for watching.